Over $3 billion are transforming Charlotte right now, but here's the wild part. The biggest project isn't even a building. It's creating an entirely new district that's larger than some whole towns. In this video, I'm gonna break down every major project from the Panther Stadium to updates that'll reshape entire districts of the city. So let's dive in. All right, let's start downtown because these projects are about to totally change the way the city works. First, there's a project that's showing you that you can take a dead mall and turn it into a busy, awesome place to live, and it's already starting to work. It's called Eastland Yards, and there's a $97 million city investment plus Mecklenburg County contributions. Evoke Living created 72 housing units, which opened November 2024. It's on an 80-acre site transformed by Crosland Southeast. Central Village is going to have 21 single-family home lots plus 17 townhomes. And Saucy Burbank, one of Charlotte's greatest builders, is going to be the exclusive home builder. But the coolest part is coming up when I show you what we're gonna do at the River District. Imagine 1,400-acre community that's bigger than some entire towns. Eastland Park is going to be 4.5 acres. It includes a spray ground, dog park, skate features, and basketball courts in addition to walking trails. Construction starts late 2025 and it's gonna open in spring of 2027. Eastland Yards is more than just fixing up an old site. It's a plan for how Charlotte can take empty areas and turn them into fun, lively neighborhoods where people from different income levels can live and hang out together. But if you think that 80 acres sounds big, just wait until you hear about the huge area that's gonna connect two of Charlotte's coolest neighborhoods. But first, before we keep going, if you're liking this look on how Charlotte's changing, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm always keeping my eye on new buildings, market changes, and cool spots to invest in the Charlotte area. And whether you're looking for a house or you just wanna stay in the loop about what's going on in the city, this channel's here to help you stay ahead. Charlotte's biggest attempt to connect Uptown and the popular South End is called the Iron District. Once you see how big this plan is, you could understand why this could change everything. The Iron District is 55 acres of mixed-use development. Trammell Crow has been brought in as the lead master planner and developer, and they're breaking ground in early 2026. Phase 1 is going to feature 500 residential units, 150,000 square feet of office space, 120,000 square feet of retail and restaurants, and a 150-room hotel. 32,000 square feet of immersive art space in partnership with Bloom Studios is going to be breathtaking. And speaking of some game-changing investments, wait till you hear about the $800 million that they're dropping on Bank of America Stadium. This renovation is going to keep our teams here for the next 20 years. Back to the Iron District, you're going to see 1,200 parking spaces and a 4-acre donation for a light rail stop. Now, the Iron District isn't just putting stuff in an empty spot. It's building a bridge that will completely change how people get around Charlotte, and it's turning an old industrial site into a link between two of Charlotte's most important neighborhoods. And while we're on the topic of big changes uptown, there's a new 32-story tower that's coming and gonna totally transform one of Charlotte's most well-known corners in the whole city. Vela Uptown is part of a new wave of fancy high-rise living coming to the center city of Charlotte, and where it's being built is showing a lot about where the city is going next. 380 units and about 3,800 square feet of ground floor retail are going to anchor this property, while studios, 1- and 2-bedroom apartments, some duplexes, and penthouse are going to be featured. 20,000 square feet of amenity space, and it's originally scheduled to begin in early 2023. With completion by the end of 25, but the project still remains in planning, and total cost is gonna be around $170 million. Vela Uptown shows that the top spots in Charlotte are always too valuable for just one-story buildings. Developers are choosing to wait until the time is right so they can make the most out of these important locations instead of building too fast. And while we're talking about projects that show people really believe in Charlotte's future, let's talk about the biggest sports facility renovation the city's ever seen. Get this. The Bank of America Stadium renovation isn't just a simple update. It's putting $800 million on the line to show that Charlotte is a big league city, and the timeline shows just how serious they are about it. Construction is going to take place between 2025 and 2029, and all the seats are going to be replaced throughout the seating bowl. It's going to have new sound systems, scoreboards, and video boards, improved access, South Lawn Pavilion redesign, enhanced security, new HVAC, plumbing, and electrical, exterior design integration with Charlotte skyline. It's going to keep the Panthers and Charlotte FC here through 2045. And I mentioned it's going to cost $800 million. The city is offering $650, and Tepper Sports and Entertainment is going to match $150 million. When a city spends $800 million to keep its sports teams for the next 20 years, it's not just about football and soccer. Charlotte's saying loud and clear that it's here to stay as a major league sports city, and that affects everything from businesses moving here to home prices. But let me tell you, there's also a 31-story building that's coming that'll raise the bar for what luxury development means in Charlotte, so let's check that out. Carson and Tryon is one of those tall mixed-use development buildings that shows how Charlotte's growing into a city where you can live, work, and have fun without ever leaving your building. It's on 3 acres, it's gonna have 31 stories, over 500,000 square feet of Class A plus LEED office space, a 200-room boutique hotel, 200 residential units under the Novell brand. Office space here is interesting, but wait until you hear about some of the transit situations with the Silver Line. The timeline might surprise you and how that's going to impact every development decision in Charlotte moving forward. But back to Carson and Tryon. 10,000 square feet of retail space, 18,000 foot sky terrace with 12th floor panoramic views. Now the permits were filed in October 24, but there's no groundbreaking date as of yet. And because of current office market conditions, that has been delayed to at least mid-2025 with no delivery date. Now Carson and Tryon's delay actually shows something important about Charlotte's development scene. Developers are being smart and patient. They're waiting at the right moments instead of rushing projects to the market that might not do well. While towers might be getting all the attention, there's something just as important happening in our older neighborhoods. Luxury projects that prove that you can add more people without losing the feel of the place. And that's what's going on in Dilworth right now. The enclave at Radius, Dilworth, shows that Charlotte's best neighborhoods are changing, proving that luxury developments can improve the area without taking away its character. This project opened for move-ins in fourth quarter of 2024, and it's got everything from studios to 2-bedroom apartments. It features saltwater pools, a golf simulator, roof sky bar, 24-hour fitness with Peloton bikes and yoga studio, smart home technology like keyless entry, Google Nest thermostats, and it fits new construction into an established neighborhood with historical appeal. So the enclave proves that Charlotte's older neighborhoods aren't closed off to new development. They just need a careful plan that respects the area's history while adding some modern things that people want today. But Dilworth isn't the only place getting a major upgrade. The Spectrum Center is getting $250 million makeover that's going to change the whole game day experience. So let's take a look. Now, the Spectrum renovation shows how much Charlotte wants to keep its entertainment spots up to date with some of the newer cities. But these big changes also prove how much fans expect from their game day experience. This $245 million renovation is going to have 2 phases. Phase 2 construction resumed April of 2025 and reopens in October 25 on its 20th anniversary. The Belt Concourse got a complete remake. But while we're upgrading existing venues, there's something even more ambitious happening, a master planned community called the River District that's literally the size of a small town. But getting back to the Spectrum Center's $245 million update, it's going to offer north and south districts with unique themes and 360-degree bars. The project adds 1,400 seats in the lower level. All of the Arena Bowl seats will be replaced, with 200 level seats being 2 inches wider. The founder level transformation with reconfigured premium suites is going to be amazing, and the enhanced food and beverage, including Amazon Just Walkout markets. The Spectrum Center renovation shows that today's sports and entertainment is about more than just the game. It's about giving fans a top experience that matches their higher prices in a crowded marketplace. Speaking of big plans about the future, let's talk about the Silver Line and why delays might actually say more about Charlotte's future than if it were running early. Just like with Carson and Tryon, sometimes the smartest move is by taking your time and doing big projects right instead of rushing them to the market. That's the main point about the Silver Line delay. The Silver Line is a 29-mile, 30-station light rail system that will eventually connect Belmont through Uptown to Matthews in Union County. It'll service Charlotte Douglas International Airport, Bank of America Stadium, Truist Field that connects Blue Line and Gold Line. And constructions are years away and there's no confirmed dates. Phase A is the priority right now. It will take the line from Charlotte Gateway Station uptown to Central Piedmont Community College Levine campus in Union County. But on May 28, 2025, the Metropolitan Transit Commission adopted an updated plan. Now, the Silver Line's unclear timeline actually shows how Charlotte takes a practical approach to growing. They're investing in projects that can work with or without rails and keeping transit options ready when the money and support are there. And that practical way of building is exactly what you'd like to see in the suburbs, where some of the coolest new projects are creating whole new communities from the ground up. Now let's talk about suburbs, because some of Charlotte's most exciting things are happening outside the city center, and these projects are about to change what suburban Charlotte looks like. Providence Square shows the new way that suburbs are being built. Instead of putting up shopping centers with homes all around them, they're creating neighborhoods where you can walk to get everything you need. In December 2024, Charlotte City Council approved a 1,762 residential unit, 100,000 square foot grocery store, restaurant, retail, and entertainment venue on a 4.4 acre parkland donation called Providence Square. $1 million has been earmarked for McAlpine Greenway improvements, and the first phase will start in 2027. Now, Providence Square shows how South Charlotte is moving past the old, spread out suburbs and turning into walkable neighborhoods that have the same perks as the city, while still letting people have the space and parking that they want. But if you think Providence Square is a big deal, just wait until you see what's happening out of Catawba River in the airport. All right, so the River District is the largest suburban project that Charlotte has taken on since Ballantyne. At 1,400 acres, it's like building a whole city within the city, with room for tens of thousands of people. It's the largest master plan development since Ballantyne. This Crescent Community Development ground broke in 2022, and first residents will move in at the end of 2025. The first phase is called Westro, 70 acres, 267 single-family lots, 4 builders: David Weekley, DRB Homes, Toll Brothers, and Saucy Burbank. 2,350 residential units are planned long-term. One of the coolest features about this project is the Forge Village, where it's going to offer a playground, a 2-acre farm, cafe, and restaurant when construction will start in late 2025. And CMS is already planning elementary and middle schools on 50 acres. The River District shows that Charlotte believes that suburban residents want more than just houses and strip malls. They want full communities with things like schools, parks, and places to hang out, all built in from the start, while being close to nature and the airport. And speaking of suburbs doing things differently, Ballantyne has proved that even well-known neighborhoods can have a whole new vibe without having to start over. Unless you've been living under a rock, you've heard about the bowl at Ballantyne, but that shows that you don't have to start from nothing to make something great. Sometimes the best move is to take what's already working and add the missing pieces, turning a neighborhood into a place that people really want to be. The Bowl is a mixed-use destination with central green space, about a 3,500 person amphitheater that has concerts all the time, and with amazing tenants like North Italia, Postino, Flower Child, and Old Mecklenburg Brewery, there is a lot to do. And they've already announced new tenants coming soon of Copain Bakery and Brasserie and Pop-Up Bagels. Oro Luxury Tower is going to offer 356 units on top of the bowl. This creates a walkable community area that serves as Ballantyne's living room and concert hall. The project also shows that suburban density and character can coexist. So the bowl at Ballantyne proves that the suburbs in Charlotte aren't just growing for the sake of getting bigger. It's about building places where people can come together, giving old neighborhoods a fresh feel while attracting folks who want the space of the suburbs and the perks of the city. Charlotte's going through the biggest boom that it's ever seen, and whether you're buying or selling or thinking about investing, these new projects are going to affect home prices and how we all live and work together. The city's transformation is just beginning, and the choices being made now will shape life here for decades. Whether you're into city high-rises or big suburban developments or something in the middle, there's never been a more important time to understand what's coming to Charlotte. If you're thinking about making a move into Charlotte's changing market, we can help you make sense of it all. Email us at info@jwhitegroup.com to get started. We'll walk you through these new developments and how they might affect your plans and what area might be right for your next move. But if you enjoyed this video, don't leave just yet. Be sure to check out this video that's linked on the next screen. It's the one that YouTube thinks you might enjoy the best. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you there.